Now, as many of you know, my game of choice these days isn't Counter-Strike. It's Dota. I play Dota. That's what I do. If I have the yen, the desire to play something competitive, I play Dota. Closing in on 4,000 hours in the game. Recently, foolishly decided to recalibrate and lost 2k MMR. Super angry about that. But I like to play Dota. Dota is a better game than Counter-Strike. It's more frustrating than Counter-Strike in a lot of ways. But it's a good game. It's a really good game. I'm sad I resisted it for so long. I used to play League, as many of you will remember. And I resisted Dota and Dota 2. And I shouldn't. I played Hon as well. I shouldn't have resisted it. I should have got in instead of playing League. But anyway, I like Dota. But throughout my esports adventures, 20 years in esports, of course, coming up to next year, it'll be 20 years. God help me. The thing I will say is the Dota community are fucking pathetic. I've never met a bigger bunch of losers. CS community is giving them a run for their money right now, but the Dota community are just a collection of diseased losers. It's insane, actually. Like, I've never seen a more delusional community in any video game. It's actually insane. Like, for example, the Dota community think Valve don't care about them. The Dota community think, Valve don't care about Dota. When, out of all of the games, it's been the one that's been the most catered to. It's Gabe Newell's favourite game. That's what I mean. It's, so divorced from fucking reality. And, listen, I've covered it loads. I've done loads of videos about it, loads of articles about it. When I did the Gonzo Awards back in the day, for people who remember them, they won, worst fan base one year, although, Brazilians and the French were always jockeying for position on that one. But, they're just fucking, they're just ridiculous how crazy they are. And I regret to inform you that they're at it again. Now, keep in mind, recent coverage I've done about this, you would have, of course, when they all went crazy at Frankie Ward for asking a question that they didn't like, so they all gaslit themselves into thinking it was rude, and then they all, en masse harassed a pregnant woman and demanded that she was fired in the middle of an event, which didn't seem very generous. And they do have a weird problem with women. It's I think probably as a percentage of incels, the Dota community probably has way more than almost any other gaming community. They do attack women. Every woman who works in the space always has to go through a crucible, going all the way back to Shiva, Moxie, Sheepstick probably went through it at some point. It's just crazy. It's just really, really crazy. And they always say the same thing. We don't care that they're women. We just want them to be good. And then it's Day 9 does a fucking ropey job hosting, and they go, yeah, but here's Day 9. He did try, and he did pander, and he did play the game, and so when it's a guy, they'll make excuses. Anyway, so all of that by now. You can go look at the videos on the YouTube channel. This is the wildest one. The last one I covered was about TI and the lack of a battle pass. And remember, they were all saying, you've cancelled Dota Christmas. Oh no, what's happened to Dota Christmas? And I'm just I don't know, guys. I never used the phrase touch grass, but you have to touch some fucking grass. Physically, get on your fucking knees, when the Pope gets off a plane, and get your face in there and huff that fucking grass and understand how ridiculous it is to even call something Dota Christmas when what it is it's a consumer thing charging you money. I look forward to spending money at Dota Christmas. What are you doing? Dota Christmas is what they called it. It's fucking insane. But anyway, this is worse. What just happened the other day? So we had TI, right? And they all complained about, where's the battle pass? This patch sucks. Yeah, it's already all settled. Why didn't they do an update before TI? The meta, you literally saw hero picks, shift as the tournament went on. And by the time we got to playoffs, some of the best playoffs probably in recent years, out of any of the recent TIs, actually. Some fucking banging games, great commentary. Shout out to my man Lyrical as well. Fucking thought Gabe did fucking some sick work out there. Usually one of those names that people overlook. I think he had some of the best casts at the event. It was a great event, and people should have been coming out of it feeling pretty good, actually. Yeah, the prize money wasn't amazing. It wasn't life-changing money, but, it was still pretty solid. Still one of the best fucking, prize pools of all time in esports, right? You go, okay, we're waiting for the patch now. Now, for those who don't know the drill, after a TI, because the meta gets settled and we get to see the pros kind of like break the meta and find the optimal picks and what items work and what you build and you do a change up coming out of it. And so we got it. We got our letter patch, they're called, because they're not a massive gameplay change. You just get a little change. And there it is. I'm just going to show you the length of the patch, right? It's pretty fucking short for a Dota patch, okay? Now, again, you might not play Dota, so I'll just give you the skinny on what was going on. Heart was ridiculous. Any hero that can carry a heart and a blade mail was like a massive premium. Eternal Shroud wasn't really fucking falling out of favour. Everyone was building Hanamidas on carries. Pavis just isn't used. Vlad's had kind of fallen out of favour. Helm of the Overlord, Zoo isn't a thing right now anyway, so fucking that's already sort of, fucking not being used, and, it's the same thing 'cause it builds from that. So anyway, they didn't really make a lot of item changes. They give a slight nerf to Heart and a slight nerf to Midas, which is just like, fair. Because of the heart and health regen stuff, Ancient Apparition was in the fucking meta, so he was getting played all the time because he has an ult that stops you regenning if you get caught in it, so they had to give him a nerf. Everyone was saying Bristle was cancer. He wasn't really, guys. Like, it's the same old. You just get a break item and a spirit vessel and he's fucked. But, for some reason, people were like he only had a 50% fucking win rate at the event, but he got hit with the nerf stick. Fair enough, I guess. Chaos Knight was like ridiculous in the offlanes. Fair enough. Dazzle's bad juju was fucking stopping people from blinking, so they dealt with that. Kunker's pretty strong, so they nerfed him. Necro was ridiculous. Primal Beast was ridiculous. Spirit Breaker ridiculous. Spectre ridiculous, but instead of nerfing Spectre, they just took 1 point of armor down. So anyway, in the Tree ridiculous. Weaver ridiculous. So, they just did little nerfs of all the fucking ridiculous heroes and the ridiculous items. Just little nerfs. Not even major breaking ones. Now, I watch other pros and stuff like that, like BSJ and blah, blah, blah. And I'm using the term pro loosely there. But, I watch other streamers and other people who know about the game and played at a high level. And, basically they went and looked at the win rates one day after the fucking nerfs, and they'd all gone down. The nerfs did work, right, in terms of pub play, right? So, whatever. Now, this is the normal order of things after a TI. You get a letter patch, and it's not groundbreaking, and then we all chill the fuck out, we get a seasonal event, and then we get a big gameplay update. That's just how it works. Well, wellity. The Dota community lost their fucking shit. If you thought Dota Christmas was pathetic, you are not prepared for how ridiculous this is. I was watching it happen in real time, and I was just like, there's just no way, though. There's no way they're going to go this crazy. Immediate reaction, right? Keep in mind, with the Dota community, what they do is, when they know a patch is coming based on previous history and all that, they all sit and wait. They're all like on Reddit going, hey gang, anyone else waiting for the patch, gang? Yeah, I'm here. We're patch waiters. Yeah, rise up. And it's so pathetic. But anyway, so here was the immediate reaction. This is before anyone even had a chance to get in and test any of this shit out. 7.34E is trash. It was immediate trash. Not even, no one's playing it yet. No one's had a time, not even been a day, but it was immediate trash, right? And then, look, this is a patch you do 3 days after TI. Are all the employees at Valve simply there to count notes from all the money they make from Steam? Because this is not how people work on something they are passionate about. This is just spiteful indifference to the millions who've been expecting something, anything from this company. Valve has been a predictable disappointment for some time now. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. Not even had chance to fucking test it out. It's a balance patch. What do you want? 7.34E. The E stands for empty. no battle pass because focusing on gameplay or whatever they said, laughing my fucking ass off. Can we revoke this update and get the battle pass back? This letter patch doesn't change shit. It does change shit, like objectively. Win rates down on the heroes that were out of control. It's there, you know, not massively in some cases, but down. And here's the thing. Do you know why you don't have battle passes anymore? Because y'all cried about it. This is the same community that cried about the battle passes and said, "Oh God, no more battle passes. Level 400 to get the Crystal Maiden as a furry wolf. Oh no, I'm going to miss out on that and I'll never get it. This has to stop, Valve." So Valve stopped it. And then they're like, "Can we have that back, please?" I'm just going to say something that's super unpopular, right? But it's probably something you should just get on board with. Because when it comes to, right, you can have a solid argument about whether or not something represents value for money, whether or not you're getting flaked. If you can't afford something and you're crying about not being able to afford it, get another fucking job. Just shut the fuck up. I'm so done with it, you fucking peasant. You fucking peasant. I am done with that shit. I'm going to miss out on level 400. Wicked, I'm not. I can buy it, me. I've got them fucking Aegises up there. Level 1,000 every year. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, guys. Boo fucking who. I can't afford a Lamborghini. I'm not going to write to the fucking car company. "Could you make a version for me? Because I have a fear of missing out that I will never be able to drive a fast sports car. If I can't afford it, I don't get it." Welcome to the fucking real world. It's not like it's water or fucking oxygen. Calm the fuck down. So tired of it. People getting up in arms. You can't say that. Yeah, you can. You can. I'm sorry. You have to be able to afford things in life if you want them. You don't just get to cry about not being able to afford things and then expect the company to be, "All right, well, yeah, there you go. You can have it for free now." They barely did anything and still managed to sneak in an easily replicated bug that crashes the match. There's always bugs after every update. And I know for a fact Valve employees stay in that office on patch day to do hot fixes. They sit there glued to fucking Reddit and glued to reports to fucking do it. Boring. Yatoro was right. There is fucking no one working over there. Not having a battle pass will allow us to focus on more gameplay updates more frequently. The update 7.34e. Right, now on the note of Yatoro's doing that thing where players who just say shit all the time, and because they're popular, their quote just immediately goes to the fucking, you know, front page of Reddit, and everyone goes, "It must be true, Yatoro." He's a player, he's a moron. They don't know what they're talking about. He did this interview where he said, "I got invited to Valve's office, and because nobody came up to talk to me, they mustn't know who pro players are and don't care about the pro scene." That's the level of hubris that motherfucker's on. You know what I mean? And then also as well, it was like another interview. Yatoro said League of Legends is shit. Put that straight to the front page. I don't care, mate. Not everything Yatoro... Like, players only care about things that affect them directly and play the game. And the rest of the stuff that comes out their mouth is just turds tumbling onto a table. It's just nonsense. They're not the brightest. Right? I can't think of another game where a significant portion of the player base is absolutely ravenous for a battle pass, did a spoonerism, and new cosmetics, and the dev simply refuses. Think of all the hats that didn't make previous releases just sitting in the vault, going unused. They don't even need to make the new stuff. The refusal to make money is bewildering. You all complained about it. You all complained. You all said you didn't want it. You all said no more FOMO, please. Insane how much some of the people here are coping. Guys, it's okay. It was expected to have a small patch with literally nothing. This patch could be done by one janitor in 2 days after TI. Everyone saw problems and everyone expected nerfs to this heroes, if not more. First, they are talking about massive content drop after TI. Then they are talking about massive content drop after New Year. Like, what were they doing all this time? There was no cosmetic items at TI, no events, no big patches before TI. Anniversary update got butchered. How many low-effort patches that disappoint us in this year? What also happened this year? Oh, it's a completely different game. They made Dota 3. It also happened this year. They completely overhauled the player behavior system. the reporting system. They completely overhauled how the armory displays, how your skins look, how easy it is to find sets and buy them on the marketplace and shit like that. Completely changed the map. But yeah, Valve once again not doing anything, phoning it in. This patch is a joke, blah blah blah. Anyway, look, there's a million threads to get through because it's the fucking Dota community. So it was a joke. It was trash. That was the patch. Immediately, I am just watching a flurry of threads coming in. You're not going to believe it, guys. I'm not like it's just meant. It's like it is like mass psychosis. It just insane. Keep in mind again, this is all within like an hour. You know, an hour or two of the patch coming out, and all of these threads are just popping up before anyone's like even had a day with it. This patch is clearly a meme or something. Is there a part 2 somewhere? They can't be serious giving this after that message over the weekend. They did a message at the weekend saying this is the last opportunity for you to see the TI meta, right? Which is kind of true because they nerfed all the heroes that were in the TI meta, right? So there you go. It has to be a joke. It has to be a joke. Well, I think it's time for me to uninstall the game. I played Dota for more than 10 years, but this patch is the first one that's been unfun for me and a lot of other people. Typically, you can still have fun picking off meta heroes as long as you're efficient with them, but there's too many unviable heroes at the moment, and they pale in comparison to all the tanky boys like Kunkka, CK, and all the others. I was hoping for a bigger patch, like changing the economy or adjusting stat gain, but as it stands, the patch was quite gentle with the changes. I don't see a lot of those 55+% win rate heroes leaving the meta anytime soon. I believe that increasing the map size was too much of a fundamental change, which they did ages ago, right at the start of the year. Like adding another player on each team. Dota has kept the map size constant for good reasons. The old map size makes Dota what is Dota. I had a lot of fun, but I hope Valve can bring back the game that we loved. I appreciate them trying to spice it up because of a few complaints, but the game was quite good. I'm not of the opinion that a brand new mechanic like neutral items Agshard needed to be implemented in every patch. Looks like I'll have to take a break and wait for Valve to bring some much needed updates when they release the new hero. Peace Dota 2. Like, what has to go wrong in your development to think, I'm not having fun playing this game, so I'm going to take a break. But first, I must tell Reddit. I must tell a bunch of fucking strangers that I am uninstalling him. Nobody cares. Like, nobody even knows you exist, you fucking moron. Why would you do it? It's like, I don't know. Like, right, I used to, when I was growing up, I really used to like rice pudding, right? But I don't know, maybe I ate too much of it. Maybe Ambrosia has changed the recipe or something, but I just ain't down with rice pudding no more. But I tell you what, the internet needs to fucking know that I don't like rice pudding. So here's a diatribe. Like, what are you aiming for? Do you think Valve are gonna fucking contact you and go, please don't uninstall, please no, please stay? By the way, you've been playing for 10 years, and this is the first patch that's unfun. I got some fucking news for you, buddy. I've been playing for that long as well. I have literally uninstalled and not played this game for years at a time because of fucking patches. Oh yeah, it certainly was a load of fun when you had to deal with fucking Legion Commander Jungle every game. Shadowblade Legion Commander Jungle every game. Guys, don't worry. I'm Jungle Legion Commander with the Shadowblade. I will turn up at 45 minutes and carry the game while you get your fucking ass blasted. Yeah, that was I love that. Loads of fucking fun. Loads of fun. When techies first come in, that was a load of fun. Launch Day Monkey King. Fun, fucking fun. So much fun. What are you talking about? This is the first patch. Fucking loser. Nobody cares. Stay gone. Lots of people speculated that because Valve had done the standard letter patch, but it wasn't up to the Dota community standard, the game's over. I don't know if you heard. Have you heard the good word? Dota's dead, guys. Dota is dead. Dead. Back and to the left. Dota is dead. Here we go. I'm losing confidence in Dota's future. We haven't got any real high-quality crazy skins or events this year, and now they are surely working on that crazy update soon that is so important it took 3 weeks after TI to release an extremely minor balance patch that barely changed the OP heroes. This is just so disappointing. I just had to put this out somewhere that Valve is just removing my hope and enjoyment of this game with this new improved patch system. It doesn't even feel like we're getting more balance patches because TI meta has been going on for 2 months and it's still gonna be SB, spec, tree in every game. It's lost all hope. That's it, guys. It's all over. The game's over because they didn't do a massive patch. Follow-up question. Is Dota 2 dying? Is it dying? No battle pass during TI, no Halloween event, very small event for the big 10-year anniversary. The small event was they fucking gave free stuff just for playing the game. Lettered updates that should have been TI pre-patch. Is it dying? Is it dying? It's got to be dying. I don't like the patch. It's dying. After all the wait and hype, this is what we get? Seriously? After waiting through the whole of the worst battle pass in history, and then some more, and the hype and special updates they announced regarding 7.34e, and some more wait, this is it? Seriously? It's a completely dead game at this point. Good luck to all of you who plan to wait another 6 months for a major patch, only to get disappointed, and good luck to all Battle Pass owners who'll pay for more stickers next Battle Pass too. I'm so done here. Thank God I haven't played for 4 months. What are you complaining about the meta for then, you dickhead? You haven't even played the fucking meta. You're complaining about them not even updating. You fucking cretin. The meta has been like 2 months inside of tier. I haven't played this meta, but I have heard personally that the meta is terrible, and I imagine that it's terrible. And I've got so distressed about the meta I haven't played. These people are fucking ill. Like, it is mental. It's time to sell all my Dota 2 items when they're of some worth and invest my time and money on something better. In Steam, I'm sure some of Valve's 40-year-old children like Slacks are going to sponsor this and be full of praise. What the fuck? What's Slacks got to do with anything? I never played the bad meta, but meta bad. This one got deleted, but Richard was there. Once again, every time there's even a minor update to Dota now, pathetic as it might sound, I immediately go to the Reddit, sit in the new queue, and I just watch you fucking losers go mental. It's like regular as clockwork now. You can't help yourselves. Right, there it is. Look at this one. If Valve were to, they should, sell the Dota 2 IP to another company, which one would you all prefer? Except Microsoft. So now you want them to sell it. Well, you know, let's do it. Who should get it? Riot, maybe. Right? Oh, they'd be a really good choice, wouldn't they? Activision Blizzard. They've done such a great job with every competitive game. Yeah, brilliant, yeah. Valve doesn't care about Dota 2 community. What is happening with Dota 2? I remember back in 2013 to 2016, it was so exciting. Huge battle passes, events, cool cosmetics. And now what? This tiny little patch. They've said they're putting all the energy towards many events during the whole year instead of TI Battle Pass. But let's be honest. Is it true? What did we get since that announcement? An anniversary chest with recoloured skins? This little indie studio Valve can afford to go and get some staff by using outsource, as they already do. They could have released Battle Pass. They could have made more events. They just don't want to. As a player of 11 years, I give up. I no longer have hope. Again, remember, all of this before not even 2 hours into the update. Not even, like... Does anyone want to play it first, lads? No? Alright, my bad. I've played for 11 years, and I will surely quit now. I am not an incel. Tell my mother thanks for the nuggies. Right, next up. Yotaro was right. You see, what he saw was he saw that comment and went, hey, I can get some karma here. Yotaro was right. There's no one working on Dota anymore. There's no one. They said that by removing the battle pass, we'd get more updates. Well, you get a minor Frostivus event, more on that in a second, in December, and the big post-TI update they promised to push to 2024. Good shit, Valve. Good shit. Dota is now a dead game. Pronounced dead at the scene. Dead compendium, dead update, dead admin. Dead game. Something like the second most played game on Steam. Dead game. Some of the Dota community, they're problem solvers, you know what I mean? So you get threads like this. Have you thought about increasing the number of employees? Valve, don't you think that moving something new and cool, because you once again don't have time, can be solved by increasing the number of employees? He's fucking figured it out. He's figured it out. Just hire more people, lol. That's how you get projects finished. You just hire more people. Idiot. Idiot, Valve. Yeah, oh, sorry, I can't miss that comment. Yeah, and 9 women would bring you a baby in a month. So, that joke unfortunately went over the original poster's head, though. For reasons. Valve, balance your game or sell rights to company that would ship updates without your assistance. Be serious. Even your Toro mocking you and your dev team. What we asking for is a fucking balanced game with no broken heroes. By the way, a MOBA with no broken hero at any moment in time. Like, I don't even understand. Like, I can't even fathom how fucking dumb you have to be. I mean, first of all, forget how dumb it is. Let's just... You're telling me in Dota, right? Like, the history of Dota... It's always been everything's busted, everything's stupid. If anything, the game has become more and more progressively balanced to a point where you only get 1 or 2 like cancerous things at any one time. Back in the day, it just used to be, oh, well, he's last picked Broodmother, so that's that then. Right, my bad, sorry. Oh, Dazzle Huskar, is it? All right, yeah, my bad. Oh, Cottle Bristleback, is it? All right, yeah, silly, shouldn't have let that through. Should have used one of my bands. Should have used all of our bands to figure out all of this cancer. You just couldn't get around it. Everything, there was always something that you could get got with. But also, just think about all the moving parts. And everybody min-maxes. Everybody literally min-maxes with the internet. You just go up and look up. Oh, well, I'll just go on Dota Buff. What's got the best win rate? No one's... It's like with card games. Everyone's net decking, right? So nobody builds a deck and goes, I theory craft this deck and think it's really good. I will play with it. Oh, I've been busted. I'll tweak it there and there and there. No, what do? They go look on a fucking net deck and some pro has built this deck and has a 56% win rate and that's what you run into on the fucking ladder ad infinitum, and there's 4 of them at any one time, and it makes the game boring, because a card game is meant to have infinite creativity. You put whatever you want in your deck, but you don't want to lose. You want to win. You don't even want to really win. You want to win 52% of the time, so you can climb, so an imaginary number next to your name says you're good at the game, even though you're fucking dead inside, as you play 1,000 games in a row with a 52% win rate, with a deck you didn't even conceptualize. That's the reality. And what do you think people do? Think about the rich fucking tapestry of a MOBA and all the things you can fucking do. Right? Well, what do? You go, what's strong on Dota Buff? What's got a win rate? Right, I'm picking that and I'm spamming that and I'm going to win that. And then people start complaining, why is it like that every game? So then it gets nerfed. And then what happens when that's nerfed? You go on to Dota Buff. What's got the 56% win rate this time? Right? The sweaties rob the joy out of every online game. The people who just want to fucking grind 10 games a day and win 6 of them by any means necessary, not even having fun. And that's online gaming now. So you are never, ever going to have a perfectly balanced MOBA. You're just not. One hero will always have a 1% win rate advantage, and that's what's going to get picked, and then that's going to get banned, and then we go to the next one down, and the next one down, and the next one down. And before you know it, Dota, if you're not careful, you're going to end up like fucking League of Legends, who just had Worlds with 77 heroes not picked. 77 of their roster just not even looked at because of the sweaties. But anyway, what we're asking for is a fucking balanced game with no broken heroes like Spirit Breaker, Weaver, Windrunner. Windrunner's not even one of the broken ones, you dickhead. Necrophores, Bristleback, Dazzle, Conquer, and his 30 FPS Torrent Waterfall. Get a better machine. Believe me, make game easier for casual players and others. Stubborn people spam up heroes and they abuse it to maximum. Your best era was 2015 to 16. After that, it went down in gameplay aspect. Those of you who've been following my reporting will, of course, know that Riot Games have had a ton of problems. We've had Valorant essentially stalling, lots of problems there. We've had big orgs in their ecosystem collapsing, looking to sell their LCS slots, LCS viewership down, LEC viewership down. What does this dickhead come up with? Riot is doing such better work than Valve. Two most competitive MOBAs on the market just had their top tournaments of the year. And look at the updates. LOL, new global patch, item system reworked, reverted back, but still. Important map changes, new hero, Invoker wannabe, but for League players. New great skins, countless items and heroes reworked. This is just what I gathered by scrolling media. Don't know if there's more. Dota, letter patch. Most broken, most picked ban heroes have reduced armor by 1. Cooldown for 1 skill up by 1 second, etc. Nothing changes globally. Team Spirit Breaker, the greatest change after the International. Truly such a disappointment from Valve. Now, I'll talk a little bit about this League stuff. So, by the way, League of Legends, they update their stuff all the time, and they literally just do number tweaks. They just tune this down, tune that up, and then again, because it's League and it's even less complex than Dota, people just go, oh, you pick that hero now. That's the number one pick in that slot. It's the number one pick in that slot. And that's what you pick. And if that's contested, you pick this. And if somebody picks that, this is a good counter for it. And that's all you do. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Now, what else did they do? They did an item system rework. They did, and they did revert it. This is all true. Then they did make a new hero. And I had to laugh, because the new hero is basically Invoker. And I don't know if you remember, but Morello famously said Invoker is the definition of unfun, and we'd never have a hero like that in League. That's the best thing with Riot. That you just wait 10 years and they do the things they said they'd never do, because actually, turns out they were fucking talking out their arse in the first place. What do you think is Valve's marketing strategy for Dota? I want to hear any educated guesses, opinions, what you guys think Valve's marketing strategy is. I don't know what they're thinking. Removing Battle Pass to prevent players from spending too much? Absurd argument. Why don't just reduce the cost? Lacks of Battle Pass also decrease the prize pool for the TI, which is one of the biggest marketing events they have. I'm not sure what their game plan is here. There's no way these decisions are centric. I don't believe they do this because they don't want our money. Are they planning to move on? Yeah, you've cracked the fucking case, Sherlock fucking Momo. You've cracked the case. Yeah. Valve are going to leave Dota behind because they did this letter patch. That's exactly it. They're sick of the game. They just don't want it to exist anymore. They're going to leave it behind. They're going to phase it out. You're going to wake up January 1st, New Year's Day. They're just going to be like, nah, we're out, actually. Yeah, it's fucking shit. All this work. One of the most popular games on fucking Steam actually encourages you to have a Steam account because you can get a Steam account and get Dota for free. Totally just ridiculous. These people. What do you think it is? Then you'll fucking love this one, guys. This is the fucking icing on the cake for me. After years of Counter-Strike being neglected, I mean, like, literally years of Counter-Strike being neglected, being told, you can't have a TI event, you can't do crowdfunding, your broadcasters will never be in the game, right? What do you think's going on now? The Dota 2 devs got pulled into CS2 to fix its broken release. With the article they released, they pretty much confirmed that they've only finished Frostivus, no Arcana, and nothing else but that. After releasing the smallest letter patch ever, it's not the smallest letter patch ever, which barely changed anything, the meta won't really change as much. Minus one Armor Spectre, lol. We'll still have 4k HP core supports, tank damage meta. With that said, I've just come to realise that I think the Dumpster Fire Subtick System CS2 release pulled all Valve employees into fixing everything CS2, since it's the same Source 2 engine anyways. So they're pretty much familiar with it, and it's why we barely get content, but CS2 gets all the fixes constantly. Same as before, where CSGO had literally no content ever, but Dota 2 had so much. Now, maybe I'm mentally ill. Right? But I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I don't think everyone from Dota got put on CS2. I don't think that actually happened. I think that because it's a newer game that's been hastily pushed out, it's had a lot of updates in a relatively short space of time, all of which were needed. And Dota 2 just is in a better place overall as a game and has had some pretty significant updates, and the entire Dota team might want a bit of a break after doing TI, because what people aren't factoring in is the Dota 2 team the TI was in Seattle and Valve were on site and the Valve staff were super hands-on with it, and that's why it was really good actually as a broadcast. But I don't know. Not to mention, they did just fucking release Half-Life for free and a documentary for free. And they've just released a new update to the fucking Steam Deck. It's like, Valve are doing just so much cool shit this year. And the CS community and the Dota community are just whining bastards. Like, it's pathetic. Wouldn't be surprised to see the player count dip to the lowest it's been for years now. All I see is people quitting thanks to the broken report system and shit gameplay patch, where you first pick a space cow. See you next year, Dota frogs. Done with the game and sad to see it die like this. 20 minutes queue time for a carry roll. Random losers reporting you at start of game because they don't like the hero you picked. Commends frozen at 4,650 for me for 2 months. No fix in sight. Good luck having to deal with Spirit Breaker CK, Wraith King pick his first pick for another 3 months, laughing my fucking ass off and waste 3k gold rushing a Linkins when it makes no difference in the end after he rushes an Ocarina. Now, what's happened here is Spirit Breaker has broken his brain. And I get it, he's a strong hero. He's very vogue in the meta, but I have to say, he's not so broken you're guaranteed to win when you pick it. This was a good first comment as well, yeah. He said, I'm currently doing some... Could you link me your Dota buff? I'm currently doing some research of the Dota 2 subreddit. By the way, this is one of my throwaways. So... I'm currently doing some research in the Dota 2 subreddit where I try to measure the amount of delusional people using this subreddit. If it's true that you have not had your behaviour score change in 2 months, you are in the perfect spot for your current behaviour. Some advice that will aid you to increase your behaviour score. Compliment good actions. When your mid clears a camp you stack for them, or if your support rotate for power runes, you can let them know you appreciate them. A simple, well played from the chat wheel goes a long way. Go unnoted. Don't make more enemies than you have in the enemy team. It's a good way to do this is not to make your teammates get angry at you by having the same has the same social impact as a bot. As you can tell, this isn't me. I can't even understand the sentence. When your support is just leeching XP in lane and does stuff that won't help you the slightest, you can use the ping attack here, marked on the enemy offlane hero current position, and this will let your support know you want him to aid you without the chance for misunderstanding. 3. Take breaks. A quick 5-minute break makes a huge difference in your mental stage. So many times I've been tilted out of my mind just to take 5 minutes to refresh my thoughts and go again. Tilt momentum is a real thing. I hope you come back to Dota to give it another go, but until then, I wish you luck in Valorant League. Now, there was also the standard Dota community rationalization. People complain about Dota not because they are haters, but because they love the game. If people truly don't give a fuck, they would not say anything. And that would be when the game finally dies. We're not even close to dying. That's it. Listen, you being an arsehole, or this being what the devs have to read on patch day, this ridiculous, hysterical overreaction, there's no excuse for that. You're just a loser if you participate in this. Like an actual fucking loser. It doesn't matter whether you love the game or not. There's no excuse. It's pathetic. You just grow the fuck up. Now, it gets ridiculous because while all of that was getting typed up, remember, they were like, nothing's happening. They've given up on us. They've forgotten us. There's no content. I'm uninstalling it. While this was going on, about an hour and a half into it, after the patch notes were out, they did an update. Valve, they did a post. Here it is. What's up next? After nearly a year of coordination and production, the multi-week arena-sized monster that is the International has come to an exciting close. We locked up Climate Pledge Arena, we've all seen enough of Spirit Breaker, and we've just shipped Gameplay Update 7.34e. Time for the Dota team to settle down for a long winter's nap. But hark! What's that sound in the festive distance? No, that jingling of sleigh bells you hear isn't early onset tinnitus. It's the magical year-end event we call Frostivus, looming large on the December calendar and arriving with the sack stuffed to bursting with new features, new cosmetics, and some surprises. And the Arcanas? Little Timmy asks hopefully, holding up his tiny Dickensian gruel bowl. This is awkward. No, Timmy, not yet. All cards on the table. The event surrounding the Arcanas this year has gained a few more moving parts than we initially planned. Enough that we haven't finished everything yet, and won't this year, but we're looking forward to releasing it in the next few months. And that's not even getting into all the other updates we've got planned, like... but hark again! We almost said too much. Suffice it to say, with TI 2023 safely in the books, we've got a ton of stuff our Frostivus elves are furiously polishing to get ready for the new year. Until then, merry imminent Frostivus, everyone. So, after all that pathetic, hysterical whining, they got told, we are doing Frostivus, and there is going to be an update. And there's going to be like loads of cool shit you can get in Frostivus. It's a good one. Wait until it comes. They even put out like a funny little announcement, right? Immediate reaction to that. Valve thinks we are little beggars. In the new blog post, Valve calls all of its players Timmy from Dickens' Christmas Carol. Tim was a poor little beggar in the books. That's what Valve thinks of us when we ask for Arcanas. It should be the other way around. Look what hat lovers have made Valve think of themselves. What's the fucking point? Why would you bother if you were Valve? Why, you, by the way, no sympathy for Valve, actually. You did this. Years of pandering to these fucking infants did this. This is ultimate spoiled children syndrome. I think there was another thread. I don't think I bookmarked it because it was just too stupid. And somebody had made a thread saying, are Valve implying that we have small penises? That was another one. Little Timmy feels like it's slang for something. Obviously, you just never read a book, never heard of Charles Dickens. Or, you know what I mean? But when they said Little Timmy, are they talking about My Little Timmy? I'm all about it, actually. Good one, Valve. That was pretty much the thread. Fuck this. Fuck this community.